Yo, what's up everybody? Today we're going to be making a tutorial on how you make your own police vehicle liveries for LSPDFR. It's a little bit different, but if you guys enjoy this video and it helps a lot of you, I'd appreciate if you guys subscribe and comment. Make sure, let me, communicate with me, let me know if I actually helped or what you think I can do better on. And maybe we'll start pumping out more tutorial videos. But as you can see down here at the bottom, we're going to get straight into it. So down here at the bottom, nothing open except for my OBS, which is what I use to record. I'm going to go to LSPDFR. Go to downloads. Then you're going to find any vehicle that you enjoy, how it looks. Pretty much anything works. Today I'm going to be making a, what's it called? Park Ranger vehicle. So let's find a vehicle, go to vehicle models, and you can literally find any vehicle. This video is only for add-on vehicles. So, sorry, it's for replace vehicles. I apologize for that. This is only for replace vehicles, not add-on. I can in the future try to figure out how to do it for add-on vehicles, but this currently I only know how to do it for the replace vehicles. I use ELS, so we're gonna find something that would work for a kind of park ranger kind of vehicle. So once you start searching for them, blah 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 blah, like I said, let's find the vehicle that you like. Okay, 2020 FPIU, that works perfectly fine. So this is the vehicle we're going to be doing. I just clicked the first one that I saw. It looks like it's a nice model. The liveries on it are kind of cool with the brown and the tan. But that doesn't matter because I'm going to be changing it anyways. They got a slick top version as well. Shout out to Preston is Key. And yeah, we're going to download this. Like I said, if this helps any of you guys, go ahead and make sure to communicate with me. Drop a comment. Let me know what you think I can improve on, things you need help with in the future, and I can do my best to make videos on how to fix those, how to pretty much do whatever you're asking for. But yeah, so we're going to let that download whenever that is done. Alrighty, it should be done here shortly. Must be a somewhat big file, 2200 kilobytes. Whenever it's done. Alright, well, I'm going to cut the video, and I'm not going to move anything until it is downloaded, and I will let you guys know when it's done. Okay, the vehicle is done downloading. It's this one right here, 2020 FPIU pack. So we're going to go ahead and click it. Sorry, I have 3 monitors, so everything kind of gets displayed in different spots. Okay, so this is all I have open right now. So File Explorer, or sorry, not File Explorer. Whatever the heck this is, I don't even know what this browser is called. I think it's just Explorer or something. I don't know. It's not important. So that's all I have open back there, and then I have my file. So I use WinRAR. It works great for me, but it just kind of depends. Some of them will go straight into your File Explorer downloads, and some will go to WinRAR. So what you're going to do is open your pack. Template. You need the template for the vehicle. So livery sign 1, this is going to be our template, as you can see. So I believe I already have this vehicle template in my downloads. Let me check real quick. I believe I do. Let me see the differences of them. Yeah, I do. Okay. So I already have them, but what you're going to do is if you open, hold on, let me just get to like a good starting point. Okay, we'll go here. So when you open your files, so like I said, all that we have open right now is the browser and your files, and WinRAR. You're gonna go down to your File Explorer and navigate to your downloads. Mine is pinned. However, figure out how you get there, whatever. I guess, yeah, you can do that here. So You're going to go to your downloads. You can do it on your desktop as well. Just right click over here in this blank spot over here. New folder. And then I did mine as templates. So you're going to do that. And then you're going to right click on it. Come down to pin to quick access. And that's going to bring it over here. Okay. So I already have one. So I'm going to delete this one. But that's what you're going to do. Okay. So then it'll pop up under this pins area over here. All you're going to do is open it. And don't worry about all the stuff I have in here. I've made so many liveries. It's not even funny. So what you're going to do is open your files, right? Open your template folder in their background. Take your livery sign and just drag and drop it in here. And I can drag and drop this one in there. It's going to replace it. I already have my, oh wait, I'm not going to replace it because mine is called something else. But yeah, so you can take your vehicle template, drag and drop it down there. And it'll pop up in here. Mine is up here under 2020 sign one. Yours will be whatever it is named in the file. Okay. So if you have, so it's called livery sign one. You'll find livery sign one. Mine is going to be up here because I use a different name, but it is the exact same pretty much. So once you have this, you're going to navigate and go to paint.net. It's free to download. It says that sometimes it'll say that you do. Just literally search up paint.net download and download it. And then pretty much it's confusing at first, but it's really easy. So when you open it, it'll have a background already. All right. So then you're going to go, oh, wrong thing. Okay. So you're going to click this. Hold on, let me close this because I accidentally. Okay. So you're going to go to your files, right? You're going to go back to that template folder. And so you're going to find that template that you put in here. If you don't have anything in here, it'll be this first one up here. Okay. So I'm going to take my template and throw it in here. Just drag and drop it straight over the white background and add it as a layer. Okay. So now all you have to do is it'll pop up in your layers. So you have your background over here and then your template over here. Okay. What I like to do personally is I'll double click it and bring the transparency down to about half. And then all we have to do is make another one. And whatever, so if you're doing a black and white vehicle, you'll take lines over here and you'll pretty much just trace the outside of, or like the outline of the door. I'm just going to do like a simple one really quick. But you want your lines to connect as well. Okay. So this isn't going to be perfect because I'm not going to do a black and white version. But you're pretty much just going to outline your doors. So let me show you how to do that really quick. Remember, you can spend as much time on this as you want. A lot of times, a livery can make, once you start getting good at it, a livery should only take you, I mean, not that long. A livery will really only take you maybe 15 to 20 minutes. But yeah, okay, so now that we're here, we're going to take this paint bucket up here for the paint bucket, click it, go to the white, I do white. Okay, so see when it does this, if it fills up your entire template, that means that your lines aren't connected somewhere. So what I'll do is obviously I can see it's not connected there. It's not connected there. It is connected there. It's connected there, there. Okay, so what we're gonna do is click the back arrow, take our line again, zoom in. And what I do to zoom is I just hold left control and then to zoom in, you push your scroll wheel forward. To zoom out, you go backwards. Okay, so I zoom into them, just reconnect them, paint bucket again. And what am I doing wrong? Don't worry, guys, this happens sometimes. Another way you can do it is just completely black, or completely make your background transparent. Take your line again, just go over it. Oh, I'm not meant to do that. We're going to take our line, go over it. All you want to do is make sure all your lines are connected. Even if you thought you already connected them. So like right here, that's where we missed, I'm assuming. But we'll go back over it once again. That's all connected. And, oh, it looks like all, yep, that's connected. Okay, now everything's connected. So, oh, I'm an idiot. Okay. So, this is where it's disconnected, right? So we're going to take our line and connect it. Now we can take our paint bucket. Okay, see how it filled it in as black because my color down here is black. So if I keep it highlighted like this, if I switch the color, it'll switch it to white. Okay. I miss an area up here. So if you miss an area of the door or something, all you have to do is make your line, take your line from the rest of the square, and you have to make sure your lines are connected, okay? So I have this line right here connected to this one, connected to this one, back to that one, okay? Take my white, fill it in. Sometimes it'll leave this weird like outline, I guess. I just double click and it gets rid of that, okay? It makes it a little bit more bold. And then, okay, so that is to get white doors. For the rest of your vehicle to be have the black fenders, the roof, and the trunk and the hood, underneath this layer, or it doesn't matter. So say, I'll just delete it. So this is exactly where we were, right? So we just made the white doors. We'll click Add New Layer, and Paint Bucket, switch it back to black, click the screen. Everything is going to go black, but that is perfectly fine, okay? So now you're going to come back over here to your layers, drag your whatever layer has your white doors, you're going to put that above the black, okay? Now take your black and double click it, opacity, bring it back down so you can actually see your template so you know what you're doing on your vehicle. So right now, if I were to put this in the game, my left side front and rear door would be white. Everything else is going to be black on the vehicle, okay? So then what I do is going to go back to our white door, whatever layer is our white door. We can actually label this and go white doors left, right? So now we know that this is the front and rear door. We're going to duplicate it, okay? Come down here and click duplicate. Now there's two of them stacked on top of each other. We're going to click our arrow, okay? We're going to pick it up and move it north. Go to layers up here. Flip horizontally, okay? So now this is the back doors and this is the front doors. It's the exact same thing that's down here, just flipped, okay? So we don't have to do a whole lot of stuff. Like I said, this is a loose version, so I'm just going to kind of throw it up there. That looks pretty lined up. I know it's a little messed up over here and whatnot, but that is perfectly fine, okay? If you miss a little spot and it's really going to bother you, just go in and fix it, okay? It takes 30 seconds to do so. So now if we were to put this in the vehicle, or put this in the game, we'd bring this back up, put this into the texture dictionary, and the vehicle would have everything black except for the front doors and the back doors on both sides, okay? So now we're going to take our black, bring it back down so you can see what you're doing, and click new layer, okay? So this is going to be for, I'm just going to completely ditch the idea of making a park ranger. This is going to be for, say you're making a livery for Grapeseed, okay? Grapeseed Police Department, say it's Grapeseed. So you're going to go over here after you made that new layer. So our layer right here is completely blank. Nothing has been added to this layer. I'm going to go over here, click text. And all you're going to do is bring over the black and white, over the white doors and click. Okay. Now this is where this is where our stuff would be, but see how super little? Delete that, come up here to, mine's always at 12. I don't know what your guys will always be at, but all you got to do is do this. Okay. So you're going to click the drop down menu and pick whatever one you think is good. So 192, that's somewhat big. I always do mine in capital letters just because it looks, I don't know, more realistic. So that's capital. And if I did it on lowercase, that's what it looks like, right? So obviously you guys know what capital and lowercase looks like. So police. But say I don't like this font. So then you're going to come up here to font, drop down menu, and pick whatever font. Font I like to use is Impact because it's real big and blocky, right? So I'm going to do that. But see how it's, if we, sorry, we're going to bring this one down so I can see where I'm at on the door. So see how it's more on the back door? I don't want that. Okay, so you're going to come up here to the rectangle, this thing right here. From the top left corner to the bottom right corner, make sure you have the entire word police in there. Then grab your arrow up here to move it. And I'm going to do this just on the front right door. You can make this livery look exactly or however you want. Make it as most based off of your hometown police department or whatever you want to do, okay? Like I said, this works for ambulances, tow trucks, anything in the vehicle, or sorry, anything in the game, okay? So now that we're here, we want to come up here to deselect up here, click it. So now our word is going to stay there, but it's not going to be outlined with that hash line, okay? So now what we're going to do is come back over here to text. And now we're going to put the grapeseed part. Okay, but we don't want it to be super big, otherwise it's not going to look formatted correctly. So now we're going to go back up here and change the font size. Go to, I'm going to do 28 and see what that size is. And it's still a little too little. So we're going to go up to 36. Still a little too little. So now we're going to try 48. Okay, that looks not too bad. So we're going to try typing in grape seed. Okay, so say you type it out, but you decided it still looks a little small. You're going to come up here. Just don't click off of that. Do not click off this, okay? You're going to stay clicked on that. You're going to go straight up to the size, the 84, and it automatically jumps our text back up. So this, to me, looks the best, all right? So we're going to zoom in, grab it. Remember, I like to leave a little bit of space right here, just so we know that we're not grabbing anything. So we're going to do this. Remember, we selected it. Then we're going to grab our arrow, right hold, and put the word grapeseed right above the police. Okay. Okay. Then we're done. Okay. So right now we have a black and white Ford Explorer with white doors. Okay. And the word grapeseed police. But this is only on the right side. We don't have it down here. Okay. So now we're going to go back down here to the left side, white doors. Bring the opacity down. Go back up to layer 6. Okay. So we're going to label this police right side. Don't mind my misspelling. Okay. But we know what it means. So now, like I said earlier, we're going to duplicate it. So now there's 2 layers of this. Since we're on our arrow up here, we can just drag and drop it. Or sorry, drag it. And it'll stay up there. But now it's down here. But it's not perfect, okay? The word grapeseed is in the back of the word police instead of on the front like this one. But we want it on the front. So all you got to do is make sure you're on that layer for this layer. So right now this layer is not down here. Because when I dragged it, this one didn't move, but this one did. So we need to make sure we're on this one. To double check that, you can grab it right here. Wiggle it around a little bit. That one didn't move, this one did. So we know we're on this texture. We're going to grab that square up here again. Zoom in. Grab the word grapeseed. Might be a little bit trickier than I wanted. Since it's at an angle. Okay, we'll just grab it. Okay, I might have messed it up a little bit. But that's okay. All right, so all we're going to do is duplicate this again. Okay, so now there's 1 on 1 here. That one didn't move. This one didn't move. Okay, I can move this freely. All we're going to do is take the eraser, make your brush size bigger, and get rid of the word police down here so it's not in our way. Boom. Okay. So now we take that, and this is all we have on this texture. Go back down to this one, and we're going to erase the word grapeseed down here, okay? Just go through. I hit the top of the eye a little bit, but that's okay. Okay, so now there's no word grapeseed here, but we have it up here. So we're going to go back up to the one that is this, and bring it right here. Okay, so now, but the word police here and grapeseed are two different textures. All you have to do is click merge down, and now the grapeseed texture and the word police texture are one. So just like how this one is one, this one is now one as well. So now we're going to make sure we're on our arrow, position it where you want it, and I try to get them pretty close to the same. So like up here there's 1, 2 in front of it, so I'd go 1, 2. Okay, to me that's lined up well enough, does not bother me. Okay, so now you can go in and add your own stuff. I have stuff on my template folder that is like chevrons for the back of the vehicle. I can show you how to do word like a call sign or something up here really quick. But this is just a simple black and white. You can get as crazy with this as you want. And if you guys, like I said, if you guys ever need a livery made for you, just DM, go to the YouTube description. There's an Instagram in there for Blue Line Productions. DM me a picture of what you want, and I can do it to the best of my ability. Just tell me what vehicle you want for. If you don't care, tell me. Just tell me what you want. I can try my best to do it. And depending on how often I start getting these in, I might start charging. But as of right now, it's free. Okay. So just DM me on Instagram, and I'll get to you whenever I can. Okay. So now we have Grapeseed Police on both doors. All 4 doors of the vehicle are white. Okay. Everything else is black. Black and white with the word Grapeseed Police. And it has a light bar on the top, of course. Okay. But we're not done there. We want to finish the vehicle and make it look more realistic. Okay, so we're going to click add layer again. All right, so now once again, we're on a layer that has nothing on it. I can move this however I want. Nothing on this template is moving. Okay. So, like I said, nothing up here. The best way I have noticed to do the roofs of a vehicle when you're adding call signs or whatnot, nothing selected. We're on a new layer. Go up here to image, top left. Okay, image. Rotate 90 degrees clockwise. Now the image is rotated. We're lined up with the roof. Okay, the center line is the middle of the roof. But remember, there's a light bar probably about here. So we always want to hug towards the back end of the vehicle. Gonna come over here to text. And then click. All right, see how I have a flashing line right there? We're gonna go up to font size. And I always do this in a big font. Okay, because most of the time you see words on the roof of a police vehicle. Most of the time a call sign so that you can see a helicopter in the sky can see them. All right, that's most of the time the reason they're there. 288, that's still a little tiny, right, guys? So now we're going to highlight it. Okay, I didn't do the drag and drop, or I didn't do the drop down menu. All I did was come up here, click, and it highlighted 288. We're going to type in 315. And it made it a little bit bigger. All right, so we're going to call that good. And since it's still flashing, we can type. Okay, make up a random call sign. Maybe your uncle or your mom, or you just have a friend, or you yourself is a police officer in real life. You can use your own call sign. Okay. I made a Los Angeles Sheriff's Department livery yesterday, and so I'm going to use the same call sign I did for that. So it's going to be S-215. Okay. That S is lowercase. So if we do the left arrow, delete it, make it an S, okay? But now, since this is black and the roof is black, we're not going to be able to see this, okay? So now we're going to go to our paint bucket, go to white, or whatever color you want to do. You can do yellow, whatnot, whatever. All you're going to do is click on each individual number and letter and the dash, okay? Going to go to our square up here, highlight it, arrow, and size it however you want. Okay, so you can actually make so see how now it's my font is super little, but I can make it the size of the page if I wanted to. Okay, so we're gonna smash the letters a little bit, and stretch them towards the top so they're nice and big. I should be able to read this from a helicopter. No problem. Okay. We want it pretty lined up in the center. So the way I did that was one side or one of these lines here with a little bit of space here, one line here with a little bit of space there. Okay. So now we have a black and white vehicle with Grapeseed Police on both front doors and our call sign on the roof. Okay. So now we're going to go back up here to image, rotate counterclockwise. It's going to put it back to how we started. Okay, so this is how we started with our call sign up there on the roof. Perfect. Okay, beautiful. We're going to add a new layer. Okay, nothing on this layer. Text. I'm going to zoom in on the trunk. And I want to I'm going to put the words up here on this cross line up here, okay? But remember, we want it to be, we need it to fit, okay? So obviously the texture size 315 isn't going to fit up there. I'm going to go down to 14. And even though it's little, we're going to put police department. Make sure I spelled that right. Yep. Take our square up here, zoom in, highlight it, arrow keys. Now I can make this as big as I want. Line it up about there. Looks good to me. Okay, so now that it's highlighted over here, if I click over here and I type, nothing's going to show up because it still thinks I'm writing over here, okay? So I'm going to hit my back arrow, hit deselect. Now put your arrow, put Grapeseed or Los Santos, or if that's for lore friendly. If you're doing real life, you can do Alberta or whatever the heck, whatever you want to do. I'm going to highlight this. So right now, Grapeseed and Police Department are on the same texture. Okay, so I'm going to deselect this as if I had just typed this. Okay, since they're on the same texture, if I move the word Grapeseed, it's going to move that word Police Department. So we're going to line up Police Department where we want it. Okay, that's good. But since Grapeseed still isn't where we want, we're going to highlight it with our square up here, right? The square is going to be your best friend. Okay, you're going to highlight whatever you want to move. Take your arrow, size it, put it wherever you want. Okay. So now we're going to call that good, okay? So this is a somewhat realistic black and white Grapeseed Police Department vehicle, okay? So now we can leave all our layers here, but we're going to go back to this layer, right? And since everything is above it, we're going to be able to see everything on the livery, okay? So if I were to just take this right now, when we put it in our vehicle, in our texture dictionary, and we open the vehicle in the game, we're going to see all these different colored panels, and it's not going to be black and white. Okay, it's going to look off. It's not going to look correct. We're going to go down here to our black layer. Whatever layer you use, you can do it all white, whatever you want. Okay, you're going to go back down here, go to your opacity, and bring it back up. But since it looks weird, right, we want to bring our white doors back to full opacity, okay? So bring those all the way forward, both of them. So it still looks a little wonky because of how I did the doors, but that's fine, okay? We can see there word Grapeseed Police Department, our call sign, black and white doors with what we want. Okay, so this is perfect. All we are going to do is go up here to File, Save As, okay? Under your Save As type, switch that to a PNG, and you could switch it to straight to your sign or whatever you want to do, okay? Grape Seed. We're just going to put PD, okay? And I put it in my pictures. I have a bunch of different, so like you can see some of the liveries I've made. I have all white textures, I have all black textures, black and gray with the Ghost Tahoe for Sheriff's Department, black and white LSPD, black fade LSPD, has a blue State Trooper vehicle I did. This was in one of the YouTube videos not that long ago. Fire rescue, whatnot. Okay, so this is where I'd like to put them. So Grapeseed Police Department, save. It's going to ask you, you're going to have to flatten it, okay? So click OK down here. Don't read any of that, it doesn't matter. Click OK. Saving this file format requires that the image is flattened. Okay, so we're going to click flatten. That's going to bring every single texture down here into one. Okay, so now this is one picture, just one texture. We're done with this. Okay, so click minimize. Okay, so literally just minimize everything. Start from a clean slate. This is where we're at. Okay, so now you're going to open IV. I'm going to open IV. Sorry, open IV. Okay, so now you're going to go to your, whatever your vehicles are. Mods, I think it's X64. Nope, sorry, it's mods, update, X64, DLC packs. And mine is under patch day 24, DLC, X64, levels, GTA, vehicles.rpf. Okay, so these are all the vehicles. So, sorry, all the police vehicles that I have replaced. If you don't know how to replace vehicles, let me know. I can make a video on that in the future as well. Okay. So this is where we're at. All right. So we got police 2, police 3, police 4. Okay. Police 1, 2, and 3 are going to be for your LSPD vehicles in the city. Police 4 is going to be like sometimes your SWAT units will respond in them, or state troopers will. That's most of the time what a state trooper will respond in a vehicle. Okay, so like right now I have a CHP Charger in for that. Park Ranger, this is for Park Ranger. So P Rangers for Park Rangers. Okay, and then you have Sheriff, which is your Sheriff sedan. Sheriff 2 is your Sheriff SUV, right? So say whatever this is. I think this is a Sheriff vehicle, right? So go to replace on the vehicle, vehicles. Okay, they have a bunch of them. Okay, so we can we'll just do Sheriff 2. Okay, that's the easiest one that I can do. So Sheriff 2 and Sheriff 2 over here. All we're going to do, go to the top of the Sheriff 2, go down. Once you have all your Sheriff 2 over here highlighted, all you're going to do is drag and drop into the game. So now this vehicle is in my game. So if I click Sheriff 2 over here in my, oh sorry, wrong one. Click Sheriff 2 over here in my fragment object. This is the Sheriff. So if I go and spawn Sheriff 2 in the game, this is going to be what spawns in. All right. But obviously we're not patrolling in City Los Santos. All right. So we're going to exit out of that. Go up here to your Sheriff 2 YTD. Make sure it says Texture Dictionary. Double click it. You have all these textures, right? A whole line of them. The easiest way to do it. Search SIGN. All right, so they have a Clorox wipe thing in there, more Clorox wipes, and then you have your livery sign. This is your livery, okay? You don't need this because we are changing this, right? So now we're going to open our file, go to our pictures, which is where I have that Grapeseed PD right here, right? So all we're going to do, oh, sorry. You're going to go, mine's in my pictures. Remember, mine's in my pictures. This is going to be wherever. You can put yours in your download on your desktop, whatever. Just label it, okay? All we're going to do is take our Grapeseed PD, take it into the texture editor, or texture, OpenIV, you know, where our textures were. Drag and drop it. This is going to pop up, right? Click OK. I dragged it in as Grapeseed, so we're going to go to, and look at that, our livery is now in here, but it's not on our vehicle, right? Because it's not under the right. The game doesn't know that this is for the vehicle livery. We're going to click rename. It was livery underscore sign underscore 1. Okay, click OK. Sorry, we're going to rename it to 2. So livery underscore sign underscore 2. The only reason we have to do 2 is because I didn't delete sign 1. So now under Grapeseed, there's nothing popped up. Gonna back out of that. Go back to sign. Livery sign 1 is still in the game. So if I were to spawn in Sheriff 2 right now, it would most likely spawn in with this one, or it could spawn in with ours. but we want it to only spawn in with ours. Okay, so we're going to take livery sign 1, make sure that's the one we're on, delete it. You don't need it. Okay, now we're on sign 2, rename it, change the 2 to a 1. Okay, save that. Okay, so this is the number 1. Our livery is number 1 for that vehicle. It's the only livery that it's going to spawn in with. So let this load and do its thing. Okay. So now if I go down to the fragment object, it's going to have our livery instead. Okay, beautiful. All right. So as you can see, it has our call sign up here. You can't really see, it's very faint, but Grapeseed Police Department. Don't worry, it's going to be correct when we spawn it in the game, which I will show that part too. But like there's some crazy liveries out there. People had, I mean, I've put badges on. People put palm trees and whatnot on there, for Vespucci Police and stuff. The white hood, don't worry about that. Okay, that's not going to be there when we get in the game. So I'm going to go up here to ELS and install the whatever the heck, put it in. So Sheriff 2, I'm going to spawn in the lights for the vehicle, so I use ELS. Okay, most people do. So now our ELS is in there, and our vehicle and our livery is all in there. We're going to close OpenIV. We're going to minimize this. We're going to open Grand Theft Auto. And we're going to load up LSPDFR. All right, I'll see you guys when we're in the game. Okay, we're in the game now. So we are going to teleport up to Grapeseed because that's where we're going, right? So teleport up here to Grapeseed. I think that's the main road. I can't even tell. So, okay, this is not the main road. This is the side road. Let's get up here. Yeah, so let's get up to the main road. We'll spawn in the car. And then, yeah. Okay, so now we're on the main road. Hit F4. And spawn Sheriff 2. Look at that, guys. Our Ford Explorer is in the game with our livery that we made on it. Okay, no problems with the hood. Please don't hit me. Right, everything looks pretty good. You can't only tell that is not perfect, like what's it called? Texture, I guess. It's kind of pixelated. It's not the best quality, but you can only tell if you're in first person. Like from back here where your camera's going to be, you're not going to be able to tell it anyways. But that's the only one that's like that. So that looks good, right? So let's go ahead and get in. Right, so now we're in the vehicle. Drives perfectly good. Drives just like how it should. Turn on our lights. So now we have a working Grapeseed Police Department vehicle in our game. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. Let me know if you guys need anything, any more tutorials. And if you need any liveries made, I can do my best, and I will get to you when I get to you. Just DM me on Instagram, and I will do the best I can. Okay, thank you very much. Have a good night, guys.